Hello. It is December 11th, 2025, 2 weeks from today from Christmas. So that's kind of crazy. I'm going to be heading back home in like 5 days. It's kind of crazy. Excited for that. I was getting a little bit distracted on my phone, watching some video game videos, some basketball videos. And then there was this one about like becoming a better man before you get married and stuff. I was like, oh, yeah, this is good. But of course, I was distracted and I was avoiding work that needed to get done. And I had this thought come to mind that if you can just be still, anything's possible. So I just got done making a little 30-minute live stream talking about that and kind of talked about walking the spirit and being still and chill and all that good stuff. I mean, if you can be still, I mean, if you can be patient and willing, you're chilling. You can be still. And it's something that God's been really teaching me. Like, things are slowly improving with my situation. About a week ago, I was really wondering how in the world I was going to be able to pay for rent in my new place and move out of here and everything else. How was that all going to work out? And God's working it out. And not only that, he's doing it with pizzazz. He's doing it with some flavor. He's doing it with some, I'm going to show you that it's me, that it was not your idea, that it was me that was helping out with this, that I was elevating your brain. I was helping you to think a certain way so that when certain things came up, you acted in a way that was in alignment with the word, that you were spending time in the field of life so you could be healed from difficult things that this life may have brought, and you could find true healing and relief through Jesus Christ. And that's a beautiful, amazing thing. And it's just like, you have to understand that God really can change your situation around really quickly. A lot of it comes down to being still, though. Like, the shower is super underrated as a place to get ideas, or maybe it's overrated. I don't know. But there, you can have this clarity, this calmness, and that is a very powerful thing, especially right before you go to bed. Still kind of coughing, but if you could have that every day, just think of like where your life could be if you really started getting more wisdom and perspective from the source. Like, God can literally send you thoughts to help you think about things in a way you've never thought about them before. He can help you to think about like your future family or about future moves or things that you can do. The downside with social media and all that other stuff is that's all made in the present, and that's usually about the present. Maybe it could be made about something bigger, but God is talking from a much better vantage point and a much better perspective than anybody else has on your life. So I feel like he's helping me to get better at this, especially when you feel stressed out. You're looking at the numbers. You're like, I don't know how this is going to work out. Like, I literally had times in college where I'd be working on something and then I'd realize, like, oh no, I have this class coming up, and I'd be like scared, stressed out, and I'd literally walk around my room for 25 minutes straight. Not out of like, let's deliberate, but like I was losing my mind, literally. And that wasn't good. There was no reason for that. Everything was going to work out just fine. I'm really trying to become more consistent and dependable, and a lot of that is doing more things that I know are going to long term work out really well for me. Getting more sleep. LeBron James recently finished up this 1,400 game streak of making 10 points or more in every game. The craziness of that is that he played in all those games. He had at least 10 points or more. And like most, almost every single person in the NBA except one has all their careers are shorter than LeBron's and shorter than LeBron's 10-point game or more winning streak. And I really want to be dependable like that. I want to be dependable. I want to have a really long streak of doing live streams on here because that's been fun. I enjoy that. It feels easy. It feels easy to do. I don't have to like think about it. I just do it. And that's how I've been with a lot of things. But, That's just like a beautiful thing. But it does come down to being still. It comes down to being calm and just being able to be like, God has got me. And he sees where I'm at. And he's not upset that I'm not farther along, even though I'm upset that I'm not farther along. He wants me to use that upset, frustrated energy. It's like, okay, well, make better choices. You'll be in a better place next year, way better place. Just like tiny little bit better choices over time, better sleep, more time with him, and at least this what much better place. And you realize like there really isn't anything to be stressed about at all. So, you know, a lot of this does come down to choosing him and trusting his voice first. That first time that he's telling you to leave that temptation or leave that thing or not do that thing, you just listen. I did that today. I'm not perfect at it, but I did that today. I wasn't tempted by anything, or anything like that, but I was distracted on my phone, and then I had a thought, just go. Well, I didn't have the other thought. The thought was only like, if you can just be still, you're chilling. And I could see myself going to my phone and making this little live stream, and then we just made this little quick video to dial it in a little bit more. You can be still and calm. You're going to be just fine. There's immense power being able to just get out a piece of paper, write about how things are going, set a timer, whatever you got to do. Immense power in that, and spending that time to have that spiritual connection. You need to prioritize that, and I need to prioritize that more, because that's where you're going to have all these connections, all these light bulb moments, all these other things, and you do need to like take that like seriously, especially for me, because like with my writing and stuff, like that is a lot of where it comes from. I'm just a vessel. I want to be a better vessel, and a lot of that comes with being still. Because the vessel that, I saw this on Instagram a while ago, the vessel that's able to be still, you can just like, I don't know, we don't have any cups in this room. But like, if you have like a cup, right? You're just pouring into it, and the cup's just still, you're going to get that cup to overflowing really quickly, because that cup is just chilling. He knows it's going to get filled. He's chilling. And then that cup can pour into other vessels, and just like, and it becomes this like crazy chemistry, boom, mix, match, bam. I don't know. It's good. But all this doesn't happen if you're running all over the place, like cup's trying to get filled, you're moving the cup everywhere. Doesn't work. So, yeah, you just be still. God's like, hey, I'm going to bless you in this big, mighty, amazing way. And you're just like, all right, cool. And you're just there and chilling. There is no limit when you're able to just do that. So I think that's what we'll leave this with. I really want future Dallin to consider this, though. Like where you could be if you just made time for stillness with God every day. And when you felt stressed out, if you could just choose stillness. Not like, I don't know, sometimes I really need to go for a run or something like that. But if you could just choose stillness a little bit more, and just knowing like you're okay. You don't have to change the situation. You don't have to fix anything. A lot of times you just have to have a more calm peace of mind. Excuse me, and demeanor. Or you can act in a way that would be better. It's usually not good to act when you are feeling caught up in all these emotions and stuff. But yeah, that's what we'll leave with you. That's what I will say. Subscribe for more videos, and God is faithful. So please continue to trust him and be still with him. Psalm 46:10 says, be still and know that I am God. Luke 21:19 says, in your patience possess your soul. Romans 8:25 says, if we hope for that which we see not, then do we with patience wait for it. So be still.